100 miles northeast of San Francisco sits Lodi, California, a winemaking community hit hard by the recession. High unemployment and rampant foreclosures have ravaged the region, so there's not much to smile about, save for their favorite fighting son, Nick Diaz. Diaz is a burgeoning UFC superstar, but the attention he receives is often for the wrong reasons.
He doesn't like the pretentiousness of what he has to do in the media, and he'd rather not do it. He doesn't want himself opening up. He's actually trying to close parts of himself, preparing himself for war. They'll ask him to go do a press conference with his adversary, when in his mind, he's preparing himself to beat the hell out of that guy in the cage.
Why are you mad, bro? Because you're full of shit and everybody knows it? Is that why? Why are you mad for Saturday night? Watch what happened Saturday night.
When I had Nick in my class, it's just the way he was. Nick was Nick, and Nick was gonna do what he was gonna do, and if he felt like doing that at that moment, that's what he was gonna do.
I pulled the fire alarm in her class. I don't know why I did that. I was standing by and I was screwing with it, and I knew it was a fire alarm or something. You know, I was in second grade. It just didn't really understand how the fire alarm worked, you know, because I would kind of mess with it, and then I think I kind of started, I didn't mean to pull the fire alarm, but I was screwing with it too much. And I ended up pulling it, and I was like, oh no, I did not just do that. And then like I was the only one standing there. I'm like, it went down. I was like, and she's like, you pulled it. And I was like, oh, it was bad.
It didn't surprise me. It was like, oh, Nick. Since all of this, I looked on YouTube, and I've seen some videos of him because I haven't seen him since he was a kid. He's the exact same. He doesn't make eye contact. He talks very slow and deliberate, takes a breath between words.
I had a hard time. I moved around schools a little bit. One school has got one type of people, and then another school has got another type of people. So I got to learn a lot about people, I think, on account of that. I don't know how much I learned in school, but I did get to learn a lot about different types of people. Going to a school where it's not so hard, I really stood out as like a hardcore guy when I'm not so hardcore in a hardcore school. So it was just no fitting in anywhere. What happened was, you know, I'd end up in these confrontations all the time because I was gonna fight with this kid, and all his friends were like, "Hey, well, you're gonna fight this guy. You're gonna fight Justin. You're gonna." And I'd be like, "Hey, f you." You know what I mean? Because they think it's funny, or they're talking, or someone will come up and be like, "Yeah, you're gonna fight Justin Silva. He's gonna whoop your ass." And I'd be like, "Yeah, f you. I'm gonna whoop your ass." And then next thing you know, oh, you that dude. You mess with that dude. Now you're gonna, this is so-and-so, so now I got problems with this dude, I got problems with this dude. So I'm just, high school was hard times.
He doesn't do MMA to be popular. Nick doesn't do MMA to get a pat on the back. Nick doesn't train and fight to get people's approval. Nick does it to survive because he knows this is his one shot.
He's had everything that the world can throw at him. He is not easily intimidated, and you can't break Nick Diaz.
Sometimes he gets upset, and when you ask me why he gets upset, it's his inability to express himself verbally. That's why he's a fighter. But when he gets in that ring, he's a poet. He's a poet in motion.
He was always told he wasn't good enough. He was always told he's not gonna make it. He was always told you don't belong here, and you're not one of these rich kids. And when he fights, I think he does bring some of that back. And unfortunately for his adversary, that's where that energy goes.